Welcome back. So, I'm going to reply to this comment today, but I'm going to do it in English because if I speak too much Afrikaans, I might just turn into an Afrikaner. And that'll be a problem for AfriForum because then they have to accept me into Orania. And obviously they don't want to do that. Now, Smitsie over here says, daar is redes vir die probleem en hulle adresseer juis die probleem. Want die redes is misdaad en onsekerheid in ons bestaan en die swak ekonomie waarin ons meerendeels uitgelaat word. And the comment carries on. Now, Smitsie, I don't know if you realize this, mate, but you are literally making the argument against AfriForum for me. You see, AfriForum denies that there is a white G-side in this country, right? Now, when we look at the UN definition of G-side, and the only reason I'm using the UN definition of G-side is because that is what AfriForum will tell you. They're going to say, oh, but the UN definition, it has to fit the UN definition, and it doesn't. Now, I don't recognize the UN as the bastion of morality. The UN are a bunch of maniacs, charlatans. They themselves are guilty of G-side because they themselves have opened the borders of Europe to mass immigration. They have flooded Europe with the third world, and it's destroying Europe. So, when it comes to the UN, I really just don't have, much tolerance for these people. But in the interest of using their own definition against them, right? The UN definition relies heavily on intent, right? Which I'll do another video on because it's absolutely ridiculous, but let's go with it. So, you must be able to prove intent. And one of the conditions is intentionally lowering the birth rate of a specific group. So what I want you to do, Smitsie, is I want you to go to AfriForum and say to them, listen, the government in this country, through its race-based laws, are intentionally making Europeans in this country poorer. And therefore, the effect of that is that it affects our birth rate negatively. And the government knows this. So the government is intentionally lowering the birth rate of white Europeans in this country simply through making them poorer through the race-based laws. Why are you, AfriForum, then denying that there is a G-side in this country? Let me know what they tell you.